Welcome to the Daily Pint with me, Shifra.
And me, Neve. In today's show, we are going to discuss the different aspects of drinking culture in Limerick.
First up, I'm going to talk about the controversial price of alcohol that has been highlighted in the national press, and the Dáil have published a new public health bill. This will greatly influence the price of alcohol in Ireland. It proposed a minimum unit pricing of 10 cents per gram, and it will increase the price of alcohol. For example, 300 ml of Dutch Gold will rise from €1.13 to €1.58. The aim of this bill is to target the cheapest alcoholic drinks on the market. While the costs of alcohol and tobacco in Ireland are highest in the EU, it is clear that alcohol consumption continues to have a negative effect on Irish citizens. In exploring drinking culture among students, I went around Mary Immaculate College to discuss Rag Week and its relationship with alcohol. Rag Week has been a huge part of college life for 19 years here in Mary Immaculate College. RAG stands for Raise and Give and is aimed at raising money for charity. I spoke to Lee Dillon, President of the Students' Union, to talk about Rag Week.
My name is Lee Dillon and I'm Mary I Students' Union President. The Students' Union was set up in 1998, so that would have been the first year that we had an official Rag Week in Mary I. It's always an exciting week. It's one of the highlights of the year. I think it is for most students. It's always been something positive. It's a positive memory of mine. There'll always be the negatives, I suppose, not going to your lectures. That's a choice that students can make. We never encourage it. We never tell students that they shouldn't go to lectures. So really we want to encourage students to get out there and to support Rag Week as much as they can. It should be the highlight of their year, as it is for many students, and we're really hoping that it will be again this year.
I spoke to several people around the college to find out their opinions on Rag Week. What does Rag Week stand for?
Rag Week I know stands for Raise and Give, but I suppose for the college community it means to go out on the town with your friends.
Rag Week means to me going out with all the lads, having lots of fun and lots of drinking.
Probably just going out on the piss. It is fundraising as well though, so I think a lot of people would forget that you're supposed to be fundraising for a cause.
75% of alcohol is consumed as a part of a binge drinking session. 74% of children aged 16 to 17 had previously consumed alcohol. What do you expect from Rag Week?
I expect not to go to class. I expect to be drunk.
Just a week of drinking and it all goes to charity.
I mean, one week of drinking is the same as the next week of drinking. It doesn't get too out of hand after that.
It is clear that Rag Week is seen as a week of drinking, but is overall a positive event as it inspires students to fundraise and enjoy student life. Are nightclubs negatively influencing students to consume more alcohol on a night out? The drink prices in nightclubs are lower than those of your local pub. For example, Angel Lane nightclub in Limerick promotes its cocktails for €6 on Thirsty Thursdays, as well as Happy Mondays where drinks are €3. Nightclubs run these promotions to attract young students to their clubs. On Saturday nights, Angel Lane offers free entry to girls, while Habitat offers customers a reduction of the entry price with the app Visby. It is clear that the reduced prices of alcohol in nightclubs are encouraging young adults to consume more alcohol. This has a negative effect on both the mental and physical health of students. I will now hand you over to Niamh, who will discuss mental health.
That was great, Shifra. Mental health issues have become a major talking point in the media over the last number of years. They affect 19% of the overall adult population, 46% of teenagers and 13% of children each year. I met up with the Positive Mental Health Society here in Mary Immaculate College to discuss their thoughts regarding positive mental health. The society was set up at the beginning of this semester. Their meetings take place every Tuesday and Wednesday. The meetings include a variety of activities each night, whether it may be speed friending or watching uplifting movies. The name of their Facebook page is the Positive Mental Health Society MIC. This page allows everyone to keep up to date on the events that are happening within the society. Give them a like and send them a message for more information regarding their society. Mental Health Week is more important for everyone, whether you're young or old. Each college dedicates a week in promoting mental health. This year, Mary Immaculate College took part in a positive mental health board. This allowed students to write inspirational notes to each other that were anonymous. It encouraged people to talk about their mental illness. Mary Immaculate College Students' Union organised many events during this week to emphasise mental health, such as Limerick Suicide Watch, Samaritans and Pieta House who were on campus, on Shoppa's Random Act of Kindness, and to top it all off, a dance with the Vice Pres Billy. So what more would you want? Remember, Positive mental health is not a destination, but its process. It's about how you drive, not where you're going. Doing good does you good. I spoke to some mental health professionals based in the college to learn more about mental health. Mental health means much more than just the absence of mental illness. It is about the physical and emotional well-being, about having the strength and capacity to live a full and creative life, and also the flexibility to deal with its ups and downs. We all know someone in our lives that suffer from a mental health issue, and we ask ourselves, how would we help them? I talked to Nessa regarding her thoughts of mental health and the influence of alcohol.
My name is Nessa Breen and I'm working here in the counselling service in Mary Immaculate College for 18 years. Alcohol, whether any of us like it or not, is primarily a depressant. A person who is struggling with their mental health is looking for a bit of relief. There are a number of people who have a real struggle with alcohol. We're all in a big challenge that's called living, really. Life is challenging. But if living becomes unduly uncomfortable, where you actually can't function or can't just have a flow in your life, you need to stop and think.
If a student wants to avail of your services, how do they do so?
Well, our preferred method is that students would come between 11 and 12 each day.
1 in 5 young Irish adults aged 19 to 24 and 1 in 6 young people aged 11 to 13 were experiencing mental health issues. I then spoke to Ava from the Health Promotion Office.
I suppose from a health promotion perspective, the way we would look at it, there's strength in numbers. Being involved in activities that you enjoy is proven to have a positive impact on how you feel. The more you move, the better your mood. Getting regular exercise is proven to have a positive impact on how you feel. Try to talk to somebody about it. Could even be a friend or somebody you trust. So in the college we have like the student counselling service that's there and happy to help. And then you have the services such as the medical centre or ourselves or the students' union. They're always there as well to listen to people. But I think sharing a problem, is really important, just to get it off your chest.
I spoke to the nurse Helen.
My name is Helen O'Dea. I'm the nurse on campus in Mary Immaculate College here in Limerick. We don't have a healthy relationship with alcohol in Ireland. We're inclined to overdrink, and it is important that we recognise that, so that maybe going forward we'll be a lot more attentive to what we're drinking and how much we're drinking and how we feel tomorrow. Certainly don't want to spend my nights in toilets, in pubs and bars looking after my friends if they've overdrank. No, thank you. Goodbye, Dolly. I prefer to meet the pioneers in the other crowd and relax myself.
Mental health should be emphasised more around the world. It is one major impact on people's lives today. Alcohol's role as a serious risk factor in mental health difficulties, including suicide, self-harm and depression. Listen, a few minutes of your time could save a life. It is clear to see the importance of a positive mental health for students. I am now going to hand you over to Rebecca to find out about upcoming events for students in Mary Immaculate College.
Thanks, Niamh. Now that we're coming into the Christmas festive season, it's time to carefully hit the pubs. The 12 Pubs at Christmas has become an annual tradition in Ireland, with groups of friends going on a tour of the pubs in the one night. The aim is to drink 1 drink per pub, and the dress code for the pub call is a Christmas jumper. However, the chance of someone ending up in A&E increases when they go out to 12 pubs and drink in each one. It is time to get the message out so that the individuals themselves think about whether they engage in this activity and to be vigilant in relation to it. This year, students in Mary I will celebrate Christmas Day on the 23rd of November in the last full week of college. Not everyone's plans for Christmas Day are similar, with many students gathering together in the one house to cook Christmas dinner. They then head out onto the town to enjoy the last week night before the break. This season can be very enjoyable for people, however if they consume too much alcohol it can lead to severe consequences. That's all from me, back to you Niamh and Shifra.
Thanks Rebecca. Next week we will be discussing the student accommodation crisis across the city. That's it from me, Shifra.
And me, Niamh, and all the team.
See you next week.